Hey YouTube, it's Casey. I am doing my update video that I talked about previously. Today is the 19th and my 3-year on testosterone is going to be on the 22nd of July. And I have to get it done a little bit early because I'm not going to have access to a phone in the next couple of days or any sort of internet. So this is why I'm doing it now. This isn't going to be a super long video. There's not a whole lot that's changed between this year and the last year, and I'm not going to go over all the changes that I've had. It's just going to be kind of general update on what's new. And I guess I'll just jump right into it. I guess the biggest change that I've had, and it's not even that big of a change, is I'm still continuing to grow hair in various places. In the past year, actually, I've started to grow hair on my chest a little bit, mostly just down the center of my chest. And also kind of around the area where my nipples used to be. I did not get nipple grafts with my top surgery, so I don't have nipples anymore, but I do kind of have two little patches of hair in that area, which is kind of weird looking. I'm kind of hoping that my chest will fill in a little bit more, so it's not just kind of like these weird 3 patches of hair that I have on my chest right now. I'm also continuing to grow long random strands of hair on my shoulder, which I've talked about previously in videos. It's a little bit more now than there was, though. I've also noticed the hair starting to grow, like still continuing to expand along my feet and my hands, as well as along like the knuckles on my fingers and toes a little bit. So there's a little bit more hair there. It's not like super noticeable, but if you look, you can kind of see it on my fingers, and it is, it's pretty noticeable on my toes, I guess. It's pretty long and straight and very strange looking. So I'm still getting hair in those places. I'm starting to get a little bit of hair on my stomach as well, so I guess just my torso in general is getting hair here. So it's not just like the kind of happy trail area, it's just kind of starting to spread outwards across my stomach as well. And that's been pretty steadily happening this past year. I think it really just started this year. Additionally, I talked in my 2-year update video about the sides of my knees and how I was kind of getting like peach fuzzy, and that's kind of started to grow in now. That area still isn't as thick as the other areas of my knees, but it is like actual hair now and not peach fuzz. I'm also starting to grow a little bit more hair on my face. I'm going to come in a little bit closer and see if maybe it'll show up in the video. But on the sides right here, I don't know if you'll be able to see that because I got a haircut yesterday and they kind of chopped it off. But there's like, I'm getting some dark hairs along in here a little bit and along in here a little bit. And some more along my chin. Again, it's the same kind of under area. And I let it grow a little bit long again for this video to see if we could see it at all. But it's really bright out today, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but it's all across this area. I've got some hair that grows in. Again, very small, and there's really nothing on my upper lip except for some light hairs. So I'm getting a little bit more facial hair, which I wasn't really expecting, but I guess it's coming in very, very slowly. So that's still kind of happening a little bit. This is what I showed you on the videos, about a week's worth of not shaving, so it does grow also very slowly. It's not like 5 o'clock shadow or anything like that to that degree. It's like if I wait a week, then I have to shave. Other changes. I also mentioned in my 2-year update video that I gained a little bit of weight, so I did gain a little bit of weight after I had my top surgery a year ago. And it kind of all went to my stomach, which I thought was kind of interesting because I've never really gained weight in that area before, and I gained a little bit more since then. It's really not much, like, it's just kind of like a little squish, but it's kind of interesting because I also haven't been using my arms at all for the last year because I really wanted to make sure that my scars from my top surgery would heal really well, so I can kind of tell like the muscle loss from not using my arms, and so it's kind of like just an interesting thing. I'll probably start working on that within the next year and see if I can work on some strength training a little bit, but for now it's fine. Acne, I did have to stop going on testosterone for a little bit immediately before and after surgery, and then I started again. And at first it was just the same as usual, but then my acne like flared up like it did when I initially started testosterone. So I had a big acne flare up, and I think it's kind of been back to normal now. And by normal, I mean what it was a year ago. So I still like get some on my face once in a while, and I still have it on my shoulders pretty bad. It's starting to get a little bit better on my shoulders, I think, but it's still happening. I still like occasionally get one on my chest or something, but it's not too bad. I hope that within when I do this video again in a year that it'll have subsided a lot and maybe eventually it'll stop being a thing, but who knows. And then the last thing that I wanted to mention was my voice. About 2 weeks ago, I had a bit of a sore throat, and like my voice has never changed when I've sick before, and then, but this time it did get like deeper, and I think I can't really tell. It might have stayed a little bit deeper. Like my throat's all better now, but I think maybe my voice is just like a teeny tiny bit deeper than it was before then. But I don't even I wouldn't even attribute that to like even the hormones. I think it's just like I got sick and then my voice dropped a little bit. I don't know. It was really strange. Like I said, I know a lot of people that get like a raspy voice when they get sick, but I really don't get sick very often, if at all. And even when I do, like my voice has never changed before. So this is just something new that happened. Um, and I think that's really it. That's all I have for new changes this year. And like again, like I said, even the ones I talked about have all been minor. But that's it. Yeah, so I'm about 3 days out from my 3 years on testosterone. If anybody ever has any questions, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I won't be able to make any videos in the next couple weeks. But hopefully, after that, I keep saying that there's topics I want to talk about, and there are. I promise I have ideas that I want to talk about. I just haven't had the time to get to them. But hopefully, I will soon. In the meantime, I guess that's all for now. Bye.